What's going down, y'all? Happy July. June was a good month. Welcome to the month of July. It's one half of the Wake Up Crew here to talk some WNBA prop bets over on PrizePicks. For this slate, we got 3 games tonight: LA, Dallas, LVA, Minnesota, and Indiana and Seattle. Got a recap. We did not talk, I wasn't here, didn't drop any data yesterday. Sometimes if it's a single game slate and I really didn't like it anyway, I'm probably not going to drop the data. So apologies if you were waiting on that yesterday, but here goes a recap of what we did talk about 2 days ago, and Breanna Stewart let us down. I mean, these are the plays that had the 60%, 65% probability and higher to go over, which I like to look at 60 to 65 and over. Breanna Stewart was the one that did not hit. Her points, her par, her everything, nothing. Breanna Stewart started off slow. And Kelsey Plum, I'm interested because with Jackie Young back and Chelsea Gray back, it's going to be interesting to see how Kelsey Plum continues to do scoring the basket with those players back. That's what the data looked like for 65% and over. And then when you expand that to 60%, I like 65 and over, 60 and over. More Kelsey Plum. De'Erica Hamby's rebounds didn't hit. And then Danielle Robinson's fantasy score, I think she's like 14.1. But Brianna Turner, A'ja Wilson, Sue Bird, Jackie Young, Jewell Loyd all hit. So we ran the model. We went back to the plays. We got the data. We got all that good stuff. So we're going to dive into that and hopefully provide some data to help you make some informed decisions to win some money tonight. Let's get it. All right, as always, we got to look at the lineup. Where are we at? Starting lineups. Still waiting on Allisha Gray. Looking like a game time decision for Allisha Gray. And you attack the LA Sparks with guards. Like, you want to attack them with guards, points and rebounds, and or centers. So if Allisha Gray is out, Arike Ogunbowale should get a bump up, and we'll talk about her here shortly. The Aces, they're at full strength. Everybody's in. Minnesota looks like they're at full strength. No Danielle Robinson, Victoria Vivens, both of them. Well, I don't want to say no, that both of them are game time decisions. So if either of those two are out or both of them, Kelsey Mitchell should do her thing right now. Seattle is very good against the guards, but 2 starters out. Kelsey Mitchell, leading scorer in the WNBA, one of the leading scorers in the WNBA, probably a bump up for her. You want to attack Seattle with forwards. Melissa Smith, we'll talk about her. The Seattle side looks like everybody is in. Ezzy Magbegor, no lines up on PrizePicks right now. It's close to 5 o'clock Central Time, so we'll see. I don't know why they're pulling the lines, trying to figure out who's in or out, so pay attention to that. The WNBA, just notorious for that. It's just a headache trying to deal with that. But let's get into the model and talk about some plays. So I've got it categorized alphabetically here. Got last 5, all those players. Let's start. Let's start with, actually, we're not going to play this game anymore. Let's just pull the data. Let's run it the right way, get all the other shit out of there, and just look at the players who have an edge and a probability of 65% and higher to go over their prop tonight. So let's move this. Boom, boom, boom. All right, here we go. It's the Aces and the Storm, right? Chelsea Gray's assist prop at 6.5. We have her projected at 7.2, 79% probability to go over, 34.8 minutes. 8, 8, 7, 6, and 8 last 5 for Chelsea Gray. And I think she's going to play quite well tonight for the Aces, even though you want to attack Minnesota with guard play, right? So the guards should be good from the Aces. Breanna Stewart, you want to attack Indiana with forwards, points, rebounds, and assists. Also, if you've got centers, you want to attack Indiana from the center position with points. So A'ja Wilson, probably the player that I'm looking at tonight the most. A'ja Wilson, fantasy score, 40.5 is the prop. We got it projected at 43.9. She cruised over that last game, 43.7, 49.7, 41.8. It's like at some point you're like, all right, she's going to go under, but I don't think it's tonight. This one actually, I think, has blowout potential. So I'd be careful with this one. I just don't see how Minnesota with Mariah Jefferson, Powers, maybe, man. This looks like it could be blowout land, the Aces versus Minnesota, and here I am covering up the damn screen. Just seems like it could be blowout land. So I just want to be careful with this one. But the data says you want to attack Minnesota with forwards or centers. So Asia Wilson, really like that. The guard play, Jackie Young, Chelsea Gray, Kelsey Plum, all look good in the betting model. Really like Gray's assist, 6.5. I think that's a smash over. Brianna Stewart, her fantasy score of 37.5. Did not hit that number last game, 35.9. And I believe the prop was at 38.5. So they dropped it down a point. And this is what you want to, this is how you want to attack Indiana, is with forward play. Indiana gives up a ton of points, rebounds, and assists to forwards. And we go over to Sparry, take a look at it. You know I love looking at this stuff, right? It just makes the picture so much clearer when you actually get to see it. So let's just show you, right? Deselect all of that. Forwards, who gives up the most points per game to forwards? Oh, there it is, Indiana, 33.5 points a game. Indiana, the Aces, and Dallas. So if you're just talking about 3 teams in the slate tonight, you want to attack Indiana, Las Vegas, and Dallas with forward play, scoring points, and then you go for the rebounds. There they go. They're top 3 in the WNBA, giving up rebounds to forwards. So if you're going to attack Dallas, Las Vegas, or Seattle, hell, look at Indiana right there as well. Four of the 6 teams in action tonight. Minnesota down there towards the bottom. And then the Los Angeles Sparks down there towards the bottom. But Indiana, Dallas, Vegas, and Seattle attack with forwards. So you're talking about Brianna Stewart should be good in the Dallas matchup. Who they play? The Sparks, like Nneka Ogwumike. She's getting the minutes. She's getting the run. She didn't pop in the model, but if you're going to attack Dallas, I would have the most confidence in Nneka Ogwumike hitting that over, even though she did not show up in the model, not at the 60%. Let's just change this to 60, 65%. Let's change it to 60. She still doesn't show up. Katie Lou Samuelson does, her rebounds. She burned us last game. I really don't want to go back to that one. There goes Ariel Powers. I like the Powers play. Minnesota, you attack Las Vegas Aces with forwards, and there's Ariel Powers. She's a forward. I like Ariel Powers. The model likes her at 12.5. The 12.5 point prop, we got to project it at 13.5. 15, 9, 12, 9, and 20 over her last 5, about 29 minutes per game. Powers should, per the data, that's the correct data play. And that's all I'm fooling with tonight, y'all. I'm not doing any gut feel type shit tonight. I know I'm talking about Nneka and how you want to attack Dallas with forward play. The data doesn't lie, but the model just says no. So if you do decide to do that, I think Nneka Ogwumike, and if I take all the filters off, I'll just show it to you and show you what she looks like in the system. Let me take it off, and it's easier when we just filter A to Z. Take that off, get this out of there so you can see it. I told y'all these would be I'd be quicker on these, right? And here we go, another long video, but pretty sure y'all appreciate the data dump, right? All right, let's sort that A to Z, and let's go down to Nneka Ogwumike and see what the model says about old Nneka. Here she is. We got her projected a little bit higher than 17.5 points, 54% probability. She has hit this number in back-to-back games, 30 points a game. Should be solid. You look at her fantasy score. I like it too. I know the model says no, but the fantasy score at 34.5, she's averaging 35.8 over her last 5, 36, 35, 30, 41, 36. And again, if you're going to attack Dallas, Dallas bleeds points, rebounds, and assists to forwards. So I keep talking about don't do it, trust the data. The data's saying that. Sometimes the model may not spit out the numbers that we like, but you got to contextualize this, right? You got to use some context. And I think context in this situation is appropriate for somebody like Nneka versus Dallas, who's not very good, versus that. Let's just put 60% again to filter this back out. So y'all are asking, all right, Ray, well, who do you play? Who do you like? Asia Wilson should be good. If she's going to keep hitting, you got to keep riding with it. I'm not playing the under game with Asia Wilson. Do like Brianna Stewart and Ariel Powers tonight. Brittany Sykes is somebody that the model likes. Now, again, you don't necessarily want to attack Dallas with guard play. Let's just see how they are, how stingy they are versus guards. See if there's any edge there. Yeah, 39.2 points per game given up to guards. Rebounds, they're the stingiest rebounding team versus guards in the WNBA. Assists, they're one of the stingier defenses teams versus guards. Like, that's the thing, right? So when I'm looking at Brittany Sykes, while I like the fantasy score, maybe the assist number is what you want to target. I just, again, trust in the data. I know the model says yay, but I don't want to do it. I don't feel confident in it. Katie Lou Samuelson, you do want to attack with forwards, but just don't feel confident in her. Kelsey Plum, 20.5 points, got her projected for 21.6. At 16 burgers she dropped last game, it's scary. Like, I'm just wondering, with Gray back, with Young back, does this impact Kelsey Plum's ability to score? 37 minutes a game is still lovely, right? Mariah Jefferson from Minnesota, she looks all right. The model says that's okay, but if you guys are asking me where I want to lean tonight, I do like Asia Wilson tonight. Anything with Asia Wilson, I'm fine with it. Ariel Powers, I do like the points for Ariel Powers. We talked about some fantasy score. Doesn't look like Alicia Gray's up. Nneka Ogwumike, even though the model, Alicia Gray's still in there. We'll see if she plays. Even though the model doesn't say this is a good play, Dallas is horrible against forwards, and Nneka's going to do her thing. So I don't mind it, but that is not what the data is telling us to do. Chelsea Gray, over 6.5 assists. I love the line. She's averaging 7.4, as we talked about. Love that for Chelsea Gray. And then we'll see Brianna Stewart. We talked about Brianna Stewart, Stewie. I think I'm going to go right back to her fantasy score at 37.5 points. Feel good about that one. Kelsey Mitchell is somebody we need to watch if they are down Danielle Robertson and Victoria Vivens. Kelsey Mitchell is a scoring machine, and that 20.5 point total, I'll tell you what, I feel better about the 20.5 from Kelsey than I do the 20.5 from Kelsey Plum, and it's not because I don't think Kelsey Plum could get there. It's just Jackie Young is back, Plum is there, Gray's there. Just want to see that shake out a little bit more. And then Enrique, if Alicia Gray's out, Marina Mabry's been struggling. She's going to get her shots up versus Las Vegas. So Enrique, again, didn't pop in the model, not a data play, not a play that the model is suggesting. But there's the data for y'all. If you want it, you go back, pause, rewind, look at it. There's the data dump for tonight. If I had to say like my most confident plays, my most confident players, it'd be the three right at the top. Chelsea Gray, Brianna Stewart, and Asia Wilson. Those are the three that I'm like, all right, I will 70% probability to go over. They're getting the minutes. They're actually hitting these numbers when they're posted. I'd probably roll something with that. Nneka Ogwumike, like the forwards versus Dallas. And then, after that, I just don't want to force anything else. Ariel Powers, I'm fine with the 12.5 points for Powers. But there go the data plays. So hopefully this information and walking through this, how good these teams are versus certain positions, help you make better informed picks on the WNBA slate tonight. If you guys are asking, I know you're going to ask about NaLyssa Smith. So let's just real quick, bonus coverage, NaLyssa Smith, bonus coverage. Let's get NaLyssa Smith stuff pulled up. Let's put this out, none, and let's filter by name. And let's take a look at NaLyssa Smith. Where is she at? NaLyssa Smith. Here we go. Rebounds, 51%. Points, a little under. Points, rebounds, and assists, a little bit under. There it is for NaLyssa. If you wanted to see it, there goes the data right there for NaLyssa Smith. Move myself out of the way. All right. Promise you this will be under 15 minutes. There it is. Appreciate you tapping in. If you enjoy it, hit the thumbs up button, like, subscribe to the content. Let me know in the comments below who you're playing. What are you rolling with tonight? And I'll take a look at the slate tomorrow, but definitely probably will be back. Well, let me just see while I got you guys here. Tomorrow we have Phoenix in Chicago. So Diana Taurasi, Skylar Diggins-Smith, Brianna Turner, Sophie Cunningham, Mason Parker, Sloot, and Coop. Yeah, Kalia Copper, excuse me. I called her Coop Copper. Yeah, I'll probably put a video out tomorrow. I'll run that. Not much, so I'll run that one game slate. And it's at 1 p.m. Eastern. Shit, it's early. I'll get it out early. The plays will be out. The data will be out for the Phoenix-Chicago game tomorrow. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Subscribe to the content. Good luck. If you tail, give them hell. If you fail, don't bail. Good luck. Good night. I know what it is, man. Appreciate you. I'm out.